Hello, everyone. My name is Mary Stark Carter, and tonight, myself and so many other wellness professionals, advocates, and Young Living brand partners are going to be sharing with you our recent, most wonderful experience at the Young Living Convention. And basically, for about 5 days, we were inundated with health experts, science symposiums, hormone information, and the list goes on and on. But more importantly, we want to get across to you the heart of what goes behind this company and how they poured into us. If you're not familiar with our company is Young Living Essential Oils. We're a 31-year-old company in this industry is really like a very rarity to be that old in this network marketing industry. And the reason that we are a network marketing company is because our founders, Gary and Mary Young, said that these little miracles in the bottle and all that we have and serve others with really needed these wellness advocates, these brand partners to share with individuals, their clients, their friends, their family members, and those in this sharing relationship kind of way. Because if you just saw this little bottle of oil on the shelf somewhere, you wouldn't know its potential. And we hope tonight you will really learn the potential of these essential oils. So, the history of our company, we're a 31-year-old company. We have farms all over the world. We like to talk a lot about our seed to seal promise, which maybe I'll get Miss Holly to share a little bit with. And over these 5 days, we really had a huge plethora of information shared with us too. So Holly had volunteered first to tell a little bit about her experience, and she is really good at sharing a lot of some of the science and information too. This is going to be a relaxed conversation. We'll have different speakers coming up, and if you just got on and you attended the convention, you want to speak a little bit from your heart or give a little bit of your notes, that is great too. So I'm going to bring up Holly Cope. Holly, I believe that how many conventions have you been to? And I know it has been quite a lot here.
Since 2018.
Yeah, yeah. So, what brings you going back again and again to the Young Living conventions?
I have a whole list. Mainly it's the people. I mean, we do these Zoom calls every week just about, and to finally get to meet everybody in person is fantastic. And the fact that we're all together sharing ideas and hugs, of course, but the idea is to say, "Oh my gosh, you do it that way. That's so easy." And then you can help it helps you grow your business or to get to go to the farm and plant a lavender or a peppermint tree or bush and you really get your hands in the dirt and to see the distillation is just second to none. And the science symposium this year, I don't know how long you want me to go, but the science symposium was phenomenal to just to really understand the great lengths that Young Living goes through. Like Mary mentioned, the seed to seal, our soil is 50 years clean before we put a plant on it. We gather up the strongest seeds to grow the strongest plants, and we distill it at a peak time that no one else does that kind of thing. We use the right equipment. You can't use just any metal. It has to be certain metals and certain components to make our products clean. And the list goes on of just the testing. We do the most testing of anyone in the market, and we were the first ones to bring it to United States. I need somebody to mute out there, please. But yeah, the people first, the gathering to share, to hug on each other and to learn from each other. And this year, again, they did kitchen tables. And kitchen tables to me is what it's all about, to sit down with someone and really understand to what their needs are and then help each other satisfy those needs with whatever we can to help them get over their issues. Professional coaching. We had 3 opportunities to sit with actual professional network marketing, system building coaches. I mean, that money can't buy that. I know Dr. Mary's paying for a lot of our training, but I mean, to sit in an audience like that it just builds your self esteem. It builds your mindset, And then the tools that you go home with to just put it all into practice, phenomenal. Free products. This is a major thing. I want to show you this real quick because I laid this out. I don't know if you can see this. This is a fantastic book. If you don't have it, it's the Legacy Edition. That's the bonus. Can y'all see this, Dr. Mary?
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
This is what I got for free. We went to the Science Symposium. These are new deep spectra products that have not been released. Some of them have. All of this for free. That's the new hormone sachets. All of these oils handed out to me at convention from strangers. You know, this was a lovely gift I got from one of my leaders. A little leather bracelet, stickers. There's some of the professional training. Another fantastic gift. That's the beautiful with this new hydration stuff we have. That's a really cool tool I was gifted for testing the hydration. And then if you're not supporting it, our Young Living Foundation. So this one is a bonus. Every time you place an order, you can give to the foundation. And we learn that simple $5 can save someone's life from malaria. They give you a really cool bag. You get a notebook for notes and ink pens. And then our team is helping out the kids in Uganda. And I got all these cool, the raindrop belt. This is a real cork bag that's handmade in Uganda, and some really cool handmade wooden beads. We had a fun glow in the dark night. We all went on a 5K in the dark. More stuff over there. This little pouch turns into a big old bag. So yeah, okay, that's enough right there. You just gotta go because you gotta experience the farm and the distillation, the loving on everybody, the Ningxia slushies. It's phenomenal.
It
Highly encourage you to go.
It's so good. I may bring you back to talk a little bit more. So we're going to break down some of the things that you talked about and have some of the other speakers talk about that. And if you want to jump in, feel free. I know Sandra is an amazing health professional, and Holly, you came early. You helped us at. We'll talk about AromaShare in a little bit. But Sandra, you were asked to do a kitchen table this year. I got to find you and bring you up here. Let me see. Tell us about what kitchen tables are and what's there you are. What's the purpose of kitchen tables? Here you go.
Well, kitchen tables are more like just what it says, sitting around your kitchen table having a discussion. And that is one of the reasons and the things that I love about that is because there's no restrictions what you talk about when you're sitting around a kitchen table. You come to my house, you sit down, I get to talk to you in my language about anything, any condition, any any aspect of Young Living, and you don't have to be concerned with compliance. So they decided to start, and they started it last year, that they would have a session where you could sit down at a kitchen table with a whole table, probably, I can't remember, some of you may remember, maybe 8 people, 10 people complete a whole table. And I was asked this year to be like a facilitator, just keep people kind of on track. And mine in particular was authentic sharing. And then you sit and you just you answer questions, and then you all discuss it. And it is so great because when you think that you have the answer in your mind, and this is how I've been doing it for years, this is how it works, this is just what has worked for me. And then you have like 9 other people there at the table, and they're like, oh, that's really cool. Well, listen to how I do that. And so then you get to hear everyone's perspective all around that table. And like I said, I think the most fun part is it is just like sitting around a kitchen table and just eating a meal with your friends and having a discussion.
It was so great, and it's such an honor. And how long have you been working with Young Living?
Since 2012.
2012. Give us a short testimonial of what the Young Living Income Program has done for you, if in case anyone's thinking about it?
Um, wow, that's hard. I'm serious. It's hard. There's so many things that pops in my mind. But when I first started Young Living, what I had planned on was just please let me earn enough to pay for my products. Because at the time there wasn't a lot of income coming in. So as the years went on and I kept sharing and I kept basically just sharing my story, helping people place their orders, then the check kept growing. And we had had like a family um drama trauma, tragedy in our family. And during that time my husband was out of work. He had had a really, really bad truck wreck. And he's not one to throw out a lot of compliments, but I heard him standing on the front porch on the phone talking to someone, and he said, "Well, I can tell you one thing. If it wasn't for Sandra and her Young Living, we would be living under a bridge right now." And I'm like, and from him, that's a huge compliment, but it is. It's just like the Lord provided, that money stretched, it went into places, paid for things that you just didn't think it was going to reach, but it was blessed and blessed in so many ways. And then if you take a different perspective of that, yeah, I had a paycheck coming in, but how many others had paychecks coming in to maybe just pay an electric bill or pay a car payment or, buy groceries, and that's how you have to get out of your own little tunnel because so many of your needs are being met, but then you've got to think about how is that happening because you're helping so many other people meet their needs, whether it's health or financial.
And I just want to bring that up too, because anyone watching this, like, oh, I really want to go to convention. I really want to go to convention. And this is a way to do that by sharing with others, hosting a essential oil gathering, host a reset class. You can put away several $100s, even $1,000 before convention next year, even a lot more if you want, if you work towards it, so that you can have a way to go, because you're going to hear more stories of why you need to get there, why you need to get there. Awesome. Thank you so much, Sandra. And if you have anything else to add, I'll bring you back in and stuff too. Lisa Jock, I know you've been to quite a few conventions. Um, Tell us a little bit about your experience this year and how it compares to even previous years.
Well, this year, I got to experience the table talks, and they haven't done that. They only just started that last year, I guess, and I didn't go, but I really love the table talks. It was just nice to sit around the table, like Sandra said, talk and chat with everybody, like your friends, get ideals. That was nice, and then you got to jump table to table, so that I really enjoyed that. The other thing is I really enjoyed the experience. I wasn't sure what we were getting into for the second half. I thought it was going to be more lecture, but you actually experience. See, I did a foot reflexology, and we did like breath work, meditation type of thing. And so that was really nice to actually get you into an experience. It just kind of took you to a different realm. And that is something new that they haven't ever had at Young Living conventions before. So I found that was very nice. And of course, all the people and, that it's like, there's just so much to do. You're like, where do we go next? It's just a lot of fun. And I'm grateful. I'm signed up to go again next year. So.
Yay, yay. I know Jackie, our friend Jackie, was saying that she loved the lymphatic class she got to go to. She's like, I actually have tools now to take back to women that I work with and stuff and share with them. So kind of like to wrap your brain around it. So we had these kitchen tables where you could learn things that the girls were talking about. And then you have these classes where you can learn and like have an experience and bring back home and use with others, whether it's your family or in a practice or anything like that. So that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. What did you think about the heart behind what you heard, hearing Mary Young's heart and the
Yeah,
others?
well, before I just being there the first day, I got all choked up. And nothing was even, they just played music. No one even spoke yet. And I
Mm.
just got all choked up and I'm feeling it now. I mean that the love, you feel the love. And that's what you could just feel in that room in that moment. And it was just you were encapsulated in it. And it just felt so good. And I was just looking at, the girls I'm sitting with. I'm like, oh my God, I'm shedding tears already, and nobody's even said anything. So I just find that, the love that Mary Young and the family bring to Young Living for us is just incredible. They're doing all this for us.
It really is too, and one of the things, and if anyone wants to get into this conversation too, is that we're a multi-generational company. We're a privately owned company. We're going to stay privately owned. And we've been a billion-dollar company. We're 31 years old. We're a legacy company. So when you decide, whether to be our customer or to be a brand partner, you have a lifelong legacy here. The boys, Mary Young's boys, have been raised up in this. What was your opinion of Jacob? You've watched him through the 20 years you've been in Young Living.
Yeah.
What was your opinion of Jacob and his wife and Joseph?
Well, I love that Mary or Kate and Joseph are really kind of making their own statement. They're finding themselves with the Jacob and Kate line. And that's a beautiful thing, because they are representing their era, which is nice. So you get to see them um, come out into their own creativity. And that's one thing Gary really expressed, for them to be themselves, and that's what they're doing. And Joseph, I'm not sure what he's doing in the company, but he's there, and I see
Foundation.
yeah, I see more of Jacob and Kate, so I don't know much about Joseph, but their passion to share their voice with us, they sing, they're entertainers like their father was. So yeah, they're quite the characters, and it's a beautiful thing, that they're like I say, they're doing it all for us. Yeah.
So good. I see some more people who attended convention on here. I know Kim's here and oh, Amy, you're here. Give me a wave if you'd like to share a few words and stuff. I know Teresa, you okay, Amy, I'm gonna bring you on. There you go. Amy, share a little bit of what convention was or information you want to share.
Hi. Well, so this was my second year going to convention, and I remember last year I was really nervous about going, and but when Thursday comes for generals, is it Thursday? Yeah, or Wednesday. I can't remember. General sessions, like when they open up the door, it's like the excitement of everybody going in and the music playing, and you know that like there's going to be a big production because it's always big, right? And it was just, I can't imagine not being there. Like I have to go every year now. Like I can't stay home not knowing what I'm missing. I mean, unless there's like an emergency or whatever and I can't go, but um it was just amazing. Like all the things that they offer, like the workshops that you get to go to, and like just to be involved and to just like experience all of that. It was just really cool. I
The,
really
the,
loved it.
the oils coming through this air system in the stadium, not the stadium, the
Yes.
arena where we were.
Yes.
There's all the oils. You could just smell. The whole room is amazing.
Yep.
That was
What's
Yep.
it like? What's it like, Amy? Because I know it's just you and Rachel and Sarah there, and you have some events and stuff, but what's it like to be with a larger community of Oilers and like Deb from Australia and all of that. What's that like?
Well, it's kind of like being at like a woman's like Christian conference to where you're like surrounded by a bunch of Christian women that all like love the Lord, and being at convention, you're surrounded by like a whole bunch of people that love Young Living essential oils, and just to be able to share our story of like, oh, this, this oil, help me with this, and just being able to like communicate and just hang out and just share how our year went, and just to be together. It's just, I don't know, it's just so like, it encourages you that you're like, if you're struggling, you're not alone, that there's other people out there that are struggling like you are, or vice versa. So yeah.
So good. So good. I'm
It's
so glad.
kind of like a family reunion with family that you like.
Yes.
Yes, that too. Yeah.
So
Yep.
Mary, I don't know if I mentioned it, but my new roommate this year she only joined Young Living a month ago, and her leader that got her in was gifted her a ticket to convention. So she had been in Young Living a whole month, and she went to convention.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
That's
she loved
awesome.
it. She's coming back. She told me save her a bump next year.
Yay. Yay.
awesome. Let's talk about the virtual experience. I'm going to bring Teresa up and talk about, and tell you, I will give you some meat, friends. I've got some stuff for you. For those of you who are like, well, you're just telling us why we should go. Yes, we are telling you why you should go. Um, but not all of you can. And so tell us about your virtual experience.
So I want to start off by saying that I've attended a lot of in-person conventions, and what everybody is saying is absolutely true. And so when it came to this past year, when it was, oh, well, I can't go. And so you kind of sit there and go, oh, well, y'all are talking about this amazing experience with being there. That's all about the people that you're with, the things that are in person. And so you might think, well, why bother? Why bother with a virtual thing if the whole experience is really an immersion experience surrounded by all of these people and saying things that you can speak freely and everything. So I honestly wrestled really hard with actually getting a virtual ticket because I was like, well, what's the point? Like, I can't be there. It's not the same. So what's the point? Um, but I bit the bullet. I went ahead and did it. And quite honestly, I got the ticket just because I wanted to be able to get the products early. Because even with your virtual ticket, you can order the products just like everybody else who's there live. And I was very pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed having the convention in my phone to sit and watch when I was able to watch it. Like a lot of people will do, and I have done in the past, when we went through that whole 2020 of everything is virtual, I would gather people together and, we would do it as a group. So you still had that people aspect. Well, this year I wasn't in a position to do that. So it was most literally just me watching these things, or, my 12-year-old would come and sit and watch with me sometimes. And you still get fired up. Like I'm watching, some of the sessions I watched live, some of them I went back and had to watch later. Excuse me. But I'm sitting there, and as I'm watching and listening and hearing all of these things that are being said from the main stage, like when Nikki came out and she's talking about everything that the foundation is doing, I'm still bawling my eyes out. I'm just not surrounded by thousands of people bawling my eyes out, but I'm still bawling my eyes out and I'm still moved. And you know what I ended up doing is I then went and started, I was so excited and I was so moved by all of these things that I was hearing, is I then went to people and was like, guess what I just learned? Did you know that Young Living, da, 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 da? Did you know that the foundation, da, 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 da? And so here I am being prompted to just like share with anybody that I could see in that moment in that day, you know, in that week or whatever, because even with not being there, I was so fired up. I so wanted to share it with people. And here I am living my life in contact with all the people. And now it's like it's stirring inside of me. And I'm like, I got to tell you about this. Did you know? Like, did you know that this is how our farms run? And did you know? So it was really amazing. And I do want to say too, like, through the virtual option, you're seeing all the general sessions, but there's also these other trainings in there. So even though you don't get the benefit of the kitchen table and you don't have the benefit of like the science symposium, you have all of these other, there was like 3 or 4 different trainings every day that were uploaded in there that you could learn stuff from, and they were amazing.
I want to show them that too, because I was really impressed with that, what Teresa's talking about. So here's all the virtual workshops here, right? And then you have even PDFs, but Her Hormones by Dr. Edie Wadsworth, Understanding Hemp, Sharing the Science of New Products, Learn How to Look and Live Young, Feel Young with Dr. Ed Daly, The Power of Your Gut, Science Behind the Scent, Building Your Business with Simplified, Farms, Deep Dive into Sustainability. I mean, there was just so much regenerative agriculture, Young Living Foundation and Social Impact, Wild Notes, which is our essential oil perfume line, the new compensation, a stronger foundation. And you can still watch this if you have a virtual ticket. And you know what? I would message Young Living if you haven't got a ticket and say, hey, how can I get a hold of this? I mean, just look at all these amazing classes that you could take. Thank you, Teresa. I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to show them all of that.
Mary, do you know if
Yes.
it's allowed? I was thinking about having a Zoom with my team and just playing the recording.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Yep. Okay. Who else would like to share? Kim, are you on? And Gwen? Yeah, here we go. Let me replace. There you go. Oh, you got your neon shirt on.
So I am telling you, I have been to several conventions before, and this is by far the best one that I have ever attended. Like, I am not even kidding you. And I think 2 things. Number one, of course, isn't it awesome to walk in a room and you don't have to feel like you have to hide your essential oils because everybody's wearing essential oils? Like, you don't have to worry about, oh my God, am I going to offend somebody? But I think for me, what I saw, because it's been several years since I've been, is I felt like corporate just really stepped up their game to be present and be available and to really pour into the members that were there. I felt like as a brand partner, as someone who wants to build my business, I feel like they gave us like an enormous amount of tools to do that. The second thing, and I'm probably going to get emotional, is that, you know, my husband and I were missionaries for a long time. The Young Living Foundation is just, that is my biggest why for Young Living, because you get to see the heart of this company and what they do. And man, I just was blown away. And I ended up missing the Neon Nights because I will tell you this, the other years that I've been, I just went. I did everything. I was like, I can't miss anything. And this year I told Sandra, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it at my own pace. If I have to step back, I have to step back. And so the day that that Friday, I was exhausted, like completely exhausted. And I said, you know what? I hate to miss this, but I'm just gonna stay back. And so I used that opportunity to go into the expo, and I went straight for the foundation, you know. And for the first time, I've been in Young Living since 2015. I sponsored a child in Ecuador, um, and I was able to help with the mosquito nets, and I won an Aria diffuser on top of that. So I was like, but I think the Young Living Foundation, if somebody was to ask me why Young Living, of course, our products, but the heart of, you got to see the heart of Mary, of Jacob, of Joseph, and it just blew my mind. So I really loved that they also provided additional network marketing support. I was in the room with Richard Bliss Brooks. I think did I say his name right? Okay. With the Oxano people who are doing the social media challenge. I mean, it was amazing. Like, I can't even say it. So I don't know if Chris is still on here, but my goal is to take at least 10 people with me next year. Because I truly think that once you go, we used to say this on mission trips, once you go on a mission, everybody needs to go on a mission trip. And once you go, you're sold. And that's how I feel about the convention. Once you go to convention, you're not going to look back. Last year I did the virtual, and it was good. I mean, I feel like they do a good job with the virtual. But the Young Living Foundation, getting to see so many of the corporate people, and the farmers, when they took the farmers up on stage, oh my gosh, I was like, I remember one time I went to the farm, I think it was on Silver Retreat, and I actually interviewed some of the workers at the farm. Like, I have it on video where I interviewed them, and my husband messaged me when I took a picture of him. He was like, "Is Ricardo there?" I was like, "No, he's not up there." But anyway, you got to hear the science, like that science symposium. Oh my gosh, like that needs to be a whole day. I mean, like, mind blown. So I feel like Young Living really, really stepped it up. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know how they can top this, but it was good. And I also like the fact that the closing ceremony was at the farm. In the past, we had to go over to the arena with the big concert. I don't care about the concert. I don't care about the concert. Put that time and that money and that investment in the way they did it, and I think it was great. So anyway, that's my 2 cents worth.
I love it. So many good things. I love how you said when you go on a mission trip. I want to give a side note to this thing about missions, because I know some people truly have a heart to do missions. I'm going to tell you real quick about my friend Jennifer. So Jennifer she got to go on the Young Living Foundation trip to Uganda. So we help different organizations all over the world. We have the Young Living Ecuador School, which is where Kim is sponsoring a child there, helping them literally change their whole family. When a child can get a full education, not 1 or 2 years or none at all, when they can get a full education, they literally can change their whole family. And the whole community has been changed because of Young Living School and what they do there. They don't just teach them education, they teach them how to live sustainably. They teach the parents so many things. So my girlfriend Jennifer got to go on a Young Living Foundation trip to Uganda, and she was acquainted with a person who was running an orphanage in Uganda. So she extended her trip a few days to go check out this orphanage. And God really called her to actually start a 501(c)(3) if, to do this, that help this orphanage. So I just want you to kind of like expand your minds that this is someone who didn't never traveled even out of her state to be able to have the opportunity to go to Uganda. Of course, she had to raise her own money, but then be able to do so much. And she's been able to help 75 orphans and widows in Uganda. So many of you, I just want to show you this real quick. We did an event prior to convention. It's called Aroma Share. And I'm sure someone can talk about it who is there, but Aroma Share is a lot of wonderful Young Living experts, Young Living people who make crafts or jewelry, or just where people can shine. And it's just like I wouldn't say a trade show, but all different people who have books. Sarah Harnish was there with her books. We were there with the Uganda package, but I know some of you donated, and I just wanted to let you know our grand prize winner and all that we were able to raise between the table and that was almost $5,000 for the Ugandan orphanage. So how awesome is that? Really, really good. And then I wanted to show you one other thing. Okay. I also met Liz James. How many of you know Liz James?
Dr. Mary.
She is a platinum with Young Living, which is a higher rank in Young Living, and she started her own organization about blood. Because I didn't know this about blood, but did you know? And she had an aroma share event there. Did you know that when you go get blood, they don't test for Lyme's disease? They don't test for all of these things. Like, I was blown away. So anyway, I recorded this. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube here, Mary Star Total Wellness Doc, you can find some videos that I have from convention for you as well there. But that was that was one thing that really impacted me from Aroma Share. All right, now Gwen, I think you're up here. You're next. Let me find you. Oh, there you were. I skipped over you. There you go.
So I have been to convention a few different times. Well, since I actually started, although it was virtual a few years, and I could just, reiterate everything that everybody has said. There's so much good education and the community and just being around all of those like-minded people, and everybody is just so generous, and that's really amazing, and that's for me one of the biggest reasons that I keep going back. Like, the education is great and seeing the products and experiencing that is great, but to be able to be around all of those people, to go to the farm, that really is one of the things that keeps me coming back. And I'm gonna also say we have a lot of fun. Um, their welcome party, the neon nights at the farm, and just a lot of fun is had too. Club Red, Ningxia shots, and find out who's much better at shots than others. And so there's a lot of fun. But the other thing that really stood out to me this year is, corporate is around there, the sales reps and the people that are running these calls that are available to us from corporate, power hours, masterminds, things like that. And I have showed up to a lot of those, and I've talked to people. They've been to other events that we have had. I know the women's wellness event in Florida, one of them was there. And because I was showing up at those events and I was, putting in the work, people from corporate are noticing and they know who you are. They recognize you, and, they can talk to you. And I'm not somebody that's at the top. I'm not a top leader. I'm not a top enroller. But they still knew who I was. I actually had to go to headquarters to pick some stuff up before convention started. And I was in the parking lot and I was like, oh, that looks like Jacob. But I was like, I don't know, maybe not. And so then the next day though, I saw him and, said hi to him, and he's like, were you at headquarters yesterday? And so he's like, yeah, he's like, I saw this car and then I thought, oh, that looks like Gwen. So because I've been showing up and putting in the work, he recognized who I was. And so that also to me means something and stands out, because it's easy to recognize the top people, but if you're putting in the work and you're showing up, it's likely that they're going to recognize who you are and, take time to chat with you and whatnot. And so it's such a good experience. I already have my ticket for next year and making those plans. I could talk about it a long time, into the foundation and everything that they do. So yeah, it's really great. And I love to, you can experience the products and go to expo and get to see the things and experience them and smell all of the oils. So that's also a lot of fun too. So yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. You've gone to a lot of conventions. It's always been fun to be together and hang out. And this is the thing too. All of us see each other on Zoom, but when we actually get together in real life, it's such a a wonderful experience to be together and all the things. I'll show you a video at the very end that was super fun. So we have Jolene. She is going to join us and stuff too. Jolene, we haven't talked anything about the hormones or anything like that. So any product stuff you want to share? I know some people might be chomping at the bit here.
Hey, so forgive my everything. We just got back from a bell test. It's been a crazy busy day. Mine. I lost you now.
Oh,
You see me?
I see you. I'm having a
Okay, that
bad
was my
time.
husband calling because of the bell test. But yeah, convention was so amazing. And like I know many people have said it's like the best convention yet. And it was just, I just loved seeing people. I really, really, really love meeting new people when I go there. One night, Eric and I was totally spaced on the days and the nights, and I missed out on Mary's team community thing that she was putting on, and I'm really, really bummed out. But I was hanging out with a woman named Celeste, and Christy, and they're not, nobody knew each other, and we all just having a really wonderful conversation. Sorry, children. Okay. Sorry. And yeah, it was just really fantastic to just meet people from all over the country and be able to communicate with them on a level that you just can't do that necessarily with people in your towns. Like they just don't get it quite the way that you do and have a love and a passion for health and wellness. So that was really, really just really cool to meet a whole bunch of new people. Um, the new hormone products I'm wicked excited about. One fun fact that I learned while there, among many others, is that when your hormones decline and you go from perimenopause to menopause, one of the 11 symptoms, if we can call it that right now, is tingling and numbness. And I had no idea. And I am really hoping this pulls through for me, because one of the things I've got going on, and it's not strong, but it's starting now. So I kind of, now that I think about it, I'm a little worried about it. But for like 9 months, I've had the spot on the bottom of my foot, like right here. And when I finally lay down and go to bed, it tingles and itches. And it's been doing that. I've thought about calling my acupuncture friend to just be like, can you just stick a needle in there? Because I don't know what's going on. It feels like there's something there, but nothing is there. And turns out it's one of the symptoms of hormone imbalance. And so I am wicked excited about this. I love that it was clinically tested, and I have been mixing a packet of Ninja and a packet of the hormones together, and I love it. I'm sure it helps to make everything absorb into my body really well. So I'm really excited about that.
Awesome. Can I
what-
show the slide of it real quick? Let me see if
Oh, yeah,
I
totally.
have that. Let's see. I think I just saw it here somewhere. Here it is. So your hormones BFF helps support healthy mood and energy throughout the month, promotes balanced cortisol level, and supports restful sleep, supports comfort through hot flashes, night sweats, and hormone transitions. We can say all these things, friends. Supports mental clarity, memory, and cognitive function. Sorry. Okay. Anyone else? Before you go on to a different product, Jolene, let's see if anyone else has an experience with this too.
Okay, I can actually talk about this.
Yay.
I just got my box the other day, so I've had 2 doses of it. And I was telling Sandra today, I messaged her, I'm like, hey, I said, I just had 2 doses, and last night I just kind of noticed because I drank one in the morning, and I think it is quite delightful as a tea. And I said, but last night I was kind of getting like weepy, like, just kind of like teary. Somebody'd say something and get all teary. Or, I watched some kind of a meme or a reel, and I kind of got teary. And then today I had a second dose this morning, and I was just like, boy, and I slept really good last night. And then I had another dose, and then all day today I just been kind of like happy crying, sad crying. I'm like, oh, something is going on, because I'm not, it wasn't any reason to be weepy crying. But I just thought it was interesting, and I really do think that this is delicious. And if this balances my hormones and helps get rid of some of those menopause symptoms, it's the most delicious way to do it.
It really is. And I know more people have probably stories to share, but remember, this is actually not unlike, if I take something that directly affects, this is affecting our pituitary and getting our pituitary and our thyroid and all those things back into alignment. So that's really cool. Sandra, I know you had an experience with it.
Oh, yes. I'm a very, very sensitive person. And, when they were doing the presentation, and they were saying it'll take a while to feel a difference. No, I almost immediately felt a difference. It's like I felt a boost of energy. And the big thing that I've noticed is I started sleeping all night immediately. Now, if I had to get up one time to use the bathroom, used to for the last few months, I've been waking up like between 3 and 4 o'clock. And if you'll do research on that, what you'll find out is that's, high cortisol, that is stressed out adrenals. And I was doing other things, with some of the supplements and stuff. And I mean, I still had energy to get some things done during the day, but it just wasn't like this. And of course, it's not hormones, it's just actually feeding the things in the body that to help the hormones balance themselves out. And so that's the first thing that I noticed is that I sleep, and at night I save mine for right before I go to bed
Okay.
because I kind of like sleeping at night. There's
So
something about that that's attractive to me. And so, but I am going to tell you, I'm like Melissa, and she and I were talking about today. I've been kind of a little bit, I don't know how to describe it, a little bit down and out, and I could get a little bit weepy. But because of all the education and everything that Young Living has given us and all the training that we've taken, we know that what that is, it's bringing things back into balance. And, it's just like exercising a new muscle. Most of the time, the muscle gets sore, the muscle is going to resist, and maybe it doesn't want to grow, or it doesn't want to be strained. Same thing with our hormones. When, we've lived with them so out of balance, that cortisol so high, the adrenaline pumping and not being able to sleep, that it starts shifting things kind of back into the groove that they're supposed to be in.
yeah.
It's almost like my brain's defragging. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Defragging my brain because I've had some crazy dreams, but I wake up in the morning so rested. It's so nice. I love it.
How many years post-menopause are you?
Oh, geez, Louise. Probably about 10.
Okay, so 10 years. I don't know if
Yeah.
you want to share how old you are because people are going to ask, well, can I take this in my
I'm 102, y'all. This stuff is really good. No, I'm 62.
Okay. So, well, I'm going to tell a Mary Young story in a little bit, but about when someone asked her age. Okay, Holly, go ahead and share about the Daily Hormone Essentials.
I just wanted to bounce the science symposium, the doctor that was up there, and forgive me, I don't know her name, but she had graphics on a woman's cycle. You got high estrogen in the beginning, you hit ovulation, and you got high progesterone on the inside. And those hormones cause our bodies to react with all the symptoms, right? But then when we're out of balance, that's when we get the really bad symptoms that many of us have experienced. And I was dumbfounded by this. Helps the range from the young that are suffering any PMS symptoms, pain and suffering and headaches and all the things. That is not normal. You should not go through that. This will support you. Perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, and all the symptoms that go with all of those. This will support that. It doesn't even have hormones in it, but it balances our hormones. And if you didn't know, it's got deep spectrum frankincense. Go research that. and magnesium. And magnesium is something where a lot of us are depleted in. So that magnesium alone is going to help you sleep better. So I really love those graphics that they provided for us.
That was really good. And just to add on to that too, it has maca.
Yep, maca root.
Maca root, but it's in a like a goo. It's so when you open it up, you shake it up, there will be like a little bit of a like a thicker gel in there, and that's the maca, and it's very, very, very good for your gut health because your moods and so many things are connected to your hormones, your neurotransmitters. I'm going to go back to Jolene. She's the perimenopause hormone expert here. But that maca is something that's in here that I think is going to benefit a lot of people as well. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't have that much more to add, although when you were all talking about your experiences, it made me realize that this morning I don't know if it was this or just this really great reel I listened to last night, but this morning I had a super busy jam-packed day, lots of business. So it was really great, but was so excited. Willow had this 4-hour camp. And so
Oh no, we lost her. That was a good story there.
She'll hop back. I'll keep an eye out for her.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So the reason we share so much about this product is it is truly a game changer for it's one of a kind in the market. All the different constituents that I don't know about you, but I take magnesium glycinate. I buy that every month, and go through that. My whole family goes through that. Maca, I've been in and out of using that in the past. Just so many good things that are in this little in like I say tea because I like it the most like a tea, but I'm going to try the Ninja Red and that combined. But those two together, and you have to remember when you have a liquid form, we need to talk about Deep Spectra too before we get off. When you have a liquid form with essential oils in it, particularly the essential oils in it, you are making it so much more bioavailable to the body. So whether it's Ninja Red, you're drinking Ninja Red, or you're taking any of our products that have essential oils in it, it's bringing it into the cells at a much um, it's more nutritious for you, if that makes sense, right? It's more bioavailable. Who wants to talk a little bit about Deep Spectra technology? Do you want to do that, Holly?
Sure, I'm happy to do it. I love it.
Okay, tell us what it is and all that.
Okay, we're the only company in the world to have Deep Spectra, just saying. So what happens is take frankincense. When we distill the resin of the frankincense tree, we get is frankincense oil. Well, Young Living discovered that leftover resin still had some really good molecules. They were just too heavy to raise up in the steam. So then they took the leftover resin, turned it into a powder, mixed it with the already distilled oil, and then did the Deep Spectra magic. And then now we have frankincense 2 Deep Spectra, and it is 4.6 times more powerful than just frankincense alone, which was already the jam, right? So what we discovered, if a plant has 100 molecules when we distill it, now we can distill it again with part of the plant matter and get 1,000 molecules. Well, now we can even take other plants and pull those in and get thousands upon thousands of molecules, and we can do as many plants as we want. So we're just upping the game of a drug is made from one molecule, only one. That's it. And pharmaceuticals are now studying the difference of why plant molecules are so much better, because there's hundreds of molecules in a plant. One single drop of oil, hundreds of molecules. So that's why it does in your body what most meds can't do. You got all the molecules wrapping around your cells doing what they do versus one molecule trying to fix you. So that's Deep Spectra.
Did it give you a greater appreciation for using oils topically, internally? And Deep Spectra is not ones we would diffuse. Let's clarify that. These are
Right.
ones you're really going to want to use either topically or internally. And Young Living wants you to experiment with it. If you got a funny looking spot, if you know, whatever it is, and let's give them a little highlight because I know you have them there on the floor. What's in the future in the Deep Spectra? What do you have on the floor? Tell us
The
some of the oils that are in the future to come.
future to come is Deep Spectra turmeric. And this one they talked about, they're going to take that Frank 2 that's already mega powerful and combine it with turmeric in the Deep Spectra form. This is our New Heights blend. Every convention we have a blend. That's New Heights. Deep Spectra peppermint. So they take the leftover peppermint matter and they combine it with the peppermint essential oil that's been distilled. Deep Spectra comfort. Yes, that's just gonna comfort everything, right?
I
Deep
heard that.
Spectra
I
Douglas
heard
fir.
I
Oh,
heard
go
that
ahead.
comfort. I heard that comfort is going to be like our, what did you say, Jolene? It was like the morphine bomb or something like that. It's like,
Ooh,
yeah, yeah.
lavender, rosemary. All of these have been the Deep Spectra. Look at this, bath time tea bags. Banana electrolytes, blood orange pre-workout, the whole body cleanse. That goes with the liver tone pills. Lemon lime creatine, salted caramel post-workout. Is that not amazing? I'm so excited.
So
I
it
do
has,
want to say that I have used that, the bath, what they call it, Holly, the bath tea bag.
Yes.
Is that okay? The bath tea bag. Oh wow, that is rather nice. Let me tell you. And your and your skin feels so great, and it smells amazing.
Yeah.
that's
They're working hard for us, y'all. They working hard for us.
So let's just clarify what you just saw. We all got at the Science Symposium as a special gift. We paid like what, $25 extra or something to go to the Science Symposium. And we got all those things to trial and tell them our experience with them. So, and was it you, Jolene, that he was given
Yeah.
Dr. Tell them about that.
HK. So when you go to convention, just like and it was kind of just I just like to listen. I just want to hear. I learned so much. Hey girls, can you pull the other room? Um, sorry, it's a little loud tonight. And I just like to go and listen. I knew he was talking about what people were experiencing and he was handing out some stuff. And he was talking about a story about somebody who he had given the comfort to because he had something really bad going on with an arm or a leg or something. And he just he had given it to that person and the guy had really great results within like 3 or 4 days of consistent application. And then I just hung out. I'm just there and I listen. I put my voice memo on and I'm just listening like the old Gary days. I just want to soak it all in. And then all of a sudden he's like, what do I have? And he just kind of like goes down behind the counter and comes back up and he's like, here, have some of this, have some of that. And I'm like, I got two. I was like, wow. So it was comfort and I think it was turmeric. I think the other one was turmeric. I am a hoarder. I haven't even opened them. Is that terrible? And I gave Bella, my oldest, the comfort one for her neck. And so I guess I'm kind of holding on to that for her. But yeah, so fantastic. I'm so excited. So when my battery died, because I did so much business today and I was just like on the go and like just emptied on me. But I woke up this morning tired because my cat won't leave me alone at a certain part of the morning and she's super fluffy and just wants to lay on my face. So there's you just up and down of trying to keep her away. Anyways, so I got up and I was outside on the porch by 7 and I'm like, okay, I don't have a lot of time today. What can I get done? I realized between the time I really had to get her moving, I had 4 hours and I got so much done in 4 hours. It was just awesome. And I was like, where's this coming from? I didn't know if it was coming from this really great reel that I watched last night about action. It's just the biggest difference for people. This woman was like, I feel like this is business, so I'm going to share it. she said, the reason I'm really good at business is because I take action. I will do something. If somebody is thinking about what they want to do, I will already have made 3 mistakes and come up with a solution by the time they've even started. Or maybe they're going to schedule a meeting for the following week. And I'm like, okay, I can totally improve on that because I'm a thinker. I like to think through things. And clearly I've missed a lot of opportunities by not acting quicker. So
Love it.
I think the combination of that mindset and then also having taken this for a couple days and my body is just like ready to go.
So good. That's so good. All right, we just have a couple more things to talk to you all about tonight. And one, we wanted to get across the deep spectra. We wanted to talk to you about the uh, the technology with the daily hormone essentials. We wanted to talk all about that, but a couple other things, ladies. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 50, and I noticed in my skin that I really need a little help. And Young Living has come up with a beautiful new eye cream that I am actually just absolutely loving. And I was one of those people that would fall for this thing if it was natural or that thing. And, they would rub it on and I'd watch the wrinkles go away. That is our product without the chemicals. Okay. Without the chemicals. I am loving the new eye cream. And then very shortly in the next couple of weeks, we have our collagen peptides. And if you have, I'm going to be working like on my dark spots and just all the fine wrinkles, the lifting of the skin. I love Young Living skincare. It is absolutely phenomenal. Holly had a unit there where you can actually test the hydration in your skin. It's really beautiful. It's luxury products, but they last a long, long time. So those are 2 other things that came out. Want to talk also about the new heights, and if anyone wants to talk about the simplified line too. This is a beautiful, beautiful new essential oil. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's probably one of my favorites. I can't think of another convention oil that I love this much. But for me, it's very grounding and lift and at the same time focusing and mood elevating. And so I've been just diffusing that in my home since I got back. And it's just what a difference it makes in your mood. And I got to stay a couple extra days at in Utah for my own mental health before I came back to my family. And I cannot tell you, like Jolene, I was just like getting so much done and journaling and writing. And I really believe it's because I was diffusing this essential oil. It was so, so beautiful. And I love that. Anyone want to talk about the simplified line and it kind of explain what it is? All right.
Yeah, mine just came in today, but I can't wait. It's lavender.
Jolene, did you want to say something about it?
Yeah, I will. I just felt like I was talking a lot, so I'm just gonna give other people a
Do it,
chance.
do it.
I was just talking to Bernadette about this because it's definitely a whole different line as far as I mean, I think they all smell really great, but I think that this is the line that is really a perfect starting point for people who really like to diffuse or like to plug stuff in. They like to spray the Febreze. They just aren't really aware and they're starting to learn more. And so I think it's awesome. It's not a line I really promoted much, but I think it's fantastic that they put it in a bundle, a starter bundle, so we can earn an extra 25 on it. Plus, it comes with a free diffuser. And on month 2, so this is my theory. Month
Okay.
2, help them get into like learning more about Thieves Cleaner, and then they get another free diffuser, and they've got all these oils to diffuse like crazy. And I just can imagine all the changes they'll feel not using candles and plugins and all that stuff. So I'm really excited about it in a way I've never really been before because like our dojo, he's got plugins, and I try to stay away from that corner. And so I'm hoping I can get him to transition over. So I think it's great. They're really trendy smells, like they're the smells. I'm not one to go and sit and grab all my oils and make up the blends, but people do. People love to do that, or they love the smell, but they don't want to buy all the oils to make that smell. Like especially I don't know, those classic the chai smells, the new lavender cream is really smells good. Um, it's just not they're not necessarily my favorite smells. I like deep earthy smells, but they're really great for people that really love the candles. And I think that they transition well. So that's what I was gonna say. Plus now they've made it a bundle. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So, wherever you're starting in your Young Living journey, if you're just starting out, maybe you watch this video like, what is all this about? And, just all these excited people about our Young Living convention. Yes, we absolutely are. Our roots and our heart came through Young Living essential oils. And if you're just starting out, one simple thing you can do is get a diffuser and some essential oils. We have this beautiful simplified line if you like more of those different types. We have a kind of like a first aid mom's kit, a premium essential oil kit that is just a little bit more costly, but gives you so many beautiful 12 different essential oils. It's really great. Gwen says what do you say, Gwen? I gotta put my glasses on. Um,
The
you,
simplified bundle is an amazing value too when you look at what's in it and what you get, especially like Jolene said, for those people that are ready to maybe get rid of their candles. It's really good.
They've given us so much. We haven't talked about our Ninja Red, which is just the staple of so many of our businesses. There's 17 products in Young Living that people buy the most and does more than 80% of our business. And some of the things you're hearing tonight, particularly the Daily Hormone Essential, is probably going to be one of our top 10 products. So those of you who share Young Living and who want to do that's really good. A great gift for a realtor or what a realtor can give in a new house is the simplified line. Yep, very, very good. Because unlike our premium essential oil kit, which I don't have it at hand right now, but the premium essential oil kit, there's a lot of training we do with that. So you learn how to use all those essential oils. Or these you can just, go smell them, you love them, and then decide if you want to go all in with Young Living. So tonight you heard a lot of stories. You heard about what Young Living means to be a part of that. You learned that attending live is so wonderful because you get to get the products right there. You get to be with the people. You get to go to these kitchen tables, which are not recorded. You get to experience the farms. We didn't even talk about the farm and the distillation and just we have a beautiful farm with beautiful horses and all the regenerative earth stuff that they do there and what is their butterfly farm now and bees and just but you can go there anytime, friends. That is actually available and open to the public. um, Mount Nemo Farms Mount Nebo Farms in Mona, Utah is one of our farms there in Utah. We have farms St. Mary's, Idaho, also in the US, and then some farms in Canada, some farms in Ecuador, some farms in France, and those you can schedule special times to go to anytime. But we want to encourage you. We know if you're watching this, maybe you're just getting started with oils. We know that there's some people who've maybe been using oils for a long time. We want to encourage you to come back to convention next year, to get your ticket, to start saving now, to find a way to get the time off from work. Like let everyone know you've got to do that. Find if you're a caretaker, you start talking about and getting some help to do that if possibly you can. Um, but that's what we want to encourage you. And if you are a customer or you've been a brand partner in the past, we want to encourage you to step up your level of sharing. We want to encourage you to really get out there and start changing people's lives. Again, with a simple, simplified essential oil kit to help people fall in love with something healthy instead of candles. Start them with using essential oils and learn about the deep spectra and get them into their families and how powerful they can and join us we have a phenomenal program to help you grow your business, to help you learn the skills that you need to be a professional network marketer, or just somebody who wants to share a few links and have your friends purchase some products with you and get a little kickback and maybe even get your products paid for. So tomorrow night, if you want to learn more about our business program and the skills and trainings that we have available for you, we have that available at 8 o'clock. If you want to join us then, just reach out to the person who invited you and they can get you a link to that special training. All right, everyone, have a good night. Bye-bye.